Last year, our men's and women's teams performed really quite well in our major meets, which are GLIAC championships and our Midwest regional championships. The men probably surprised a few people by getting fifth at the GLIAC, with the loss of some heavy hitters from the year before last year. We're returning very much the bulk of last year's team, so that's exciting for the men, and we'll look to build on what we did last year. With the women, again, we lost some very big heavy hitters last year for that crew. They probably overperformed at the regional championships, and that was exciting, and since that was our last race, we'll look to build on that. On the men's side, it's really hard to say who our top guy is going to be on any given week. I think Jason Sliga and Kyle Hansen should be pushing our pack. Honestly, I wouldn't characterize our team as having one front runner. We're really much more of a pack-built team right now for the men. For the women, Sophia is really much more of a front runner status really on the team right now. Hopefully we have a few other women that are pushing Sophia a little bit and able to hang with her. Liz Block was somebody that we would have potentially been counting on this season, but she suffered a stress fracture late this summer and will be redshirting this year. And we'll look for her to come back in the future and do great things for us as well. Our key preparatory meets on the calendar are really going to be probably Parkside and St. Olaf are two traditional meets that we've hit in the past that'll have really good competition to see where we're at. The University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, a Division III powerhouse down there that their team will definitely give our team a run for our money, and there'll be many other outstanding teams at that meet. That's one that'll be very important for us. And the Lewis meet is really probably our last really big preparatory meet to figure out how we're going to stack up before the GLIAC championships. Hopefully we'll get a chance to run against Grand Valley. Hopefully they'll be attending there again. And Lewis is no cupcake. They're definitely ready to race as well. So that meet should have some really good Division II competition. Our competition up until Lewis will be a mix of Division I, II, and III, depending on who shows up to the meets. That hasn't been a real big priority for us as far as running against the GLIAC competition before the GLIAC championships, for the simple reason that the travel stress to go and compete against the GLIAC schools other than Northern is pretty significant for us, and we can get some great competition on the west side of Lake Michigan rather than driving 5 hours to get to the bridge and then still have to go another 3 to 5 hours. You know, at 5 hours we can be, in Milwaukee. We can be, at Eau Claire. The standard bearer for the GLIAC is certainly Grand Valley State. They've won our conference championship and the regional championship for more than the last decade for both the men and the women. Ashland has traditionally been up there. Saginaw can be up there. Hillsdale's another program that's very well respected. Their women are one of the few teams that might be able to give Grand Valley a run for the money, and that would be at the national level as well. Definitely on the women's side, Grand Valley and Hillsdale are going to be a notch above the rest of the competition. Walsh has, since joining the GLIAC, gotten steadily better and is now definitely very good competition. Saginaw Valley State, as I said before, that they can be very good. Those will be the teams that are probably ones that we're looking at as being teams that if we beat, we're going to feel pretty good about how we've done. On the men's side, I think that we're really looking at relying on 7 guys that have some very good experience with our team. The guys from Jason Sliga and Kyle Hansen down through Chad Pollock and others that have been around for a while, Dan Koulis, and then a couple sophomores, Matt Paul and Brendan Klinstra. We're looking at those guys really being our primary contributors. On the women's side, I think that we're looking at getting an influx of some youth on the team. We have some freshmen that we'll be looking for to really be heavy hitters for the team. Women like Emily Bird and Amanda Kutzer are really showing that they're in good shape coming in here, not having run in college before, and really probably training a little bit on their own and outside of our training program for their first summer coming in here. They're looking in good shape, and we've got a couple other freshman women that we'll also be looking to rely on with Julia Manzano and Carly Huggins. Well, I think really for us to feel good about the season, we're going to have everybody on the team progressively getting faster and running some of their best races at the end of the season. And then hopefully within the team concept, that's gonna work itself out that we are able to compete with the tier that's below Grand Valley and able to compete very well with that tier.